Today on the Canadian Way, the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Oh, I know what the ladies like.
Bonjour, hi. I'm here. Yeah, I know it's big. It's big. So I've borrowed this truck from one of my best friends, and I'm very, very thankful for letting me review this truck a second time, because the first time I wasn't satisfied by the quality of my video. So the Ram 1500 arrived under the name Dodge in 1981, and since that day it's been stealing chicks from people. Let me explain myself. RC Airplane. A survey has been done that shows that most women prefer men who has big pickups than men who has a sports car or any other type of car. And another survey was made, and it shows that women are the most attracted by this, the Ram 1500. So this is the ultimate girl getter. I should buy one, because by the way ladies, I'm still single. This is the latest Ram generation that started in 2019. Over here we have a 2021 Bighorn with the build to serve package, which start at around $66,000 before taxes. That's a lot of money, but this is a lot of truck too. The build to serve package is kind of a mid-trim, right between a luxury pickup and a work truck. It's like a luxury work truck actually. Today I'm gonna show you this Ram and show you all kind of feature it has to attract women to it. And you're gonna see, there's a lot. First off, I'd like to say, like every review we do on the Canadian Way, there's always something wrong. And tonight it's the mosquito. I'm getting eaten alive, and not in the way I want. This new generation of Ram 1500 look very nice and muscular like every Ram, but it's a bit smoother than the previous generation because it doesn't have its famous arch. Normally you have like your headlight over here, and then you have like an arch, and then you have the hood, and to really give a sturdy look to the truck. But this generation skip it, and frankly it still look very nice. The build to serve package come with a lot of black trim, the black bumper with huge hook to grab, and also the black grille, which really enhances the muscular look of the truck, and in a way that look like rugged, like work truck, but at the same time it's not as matte as normal black plastic trim, so it gives at the same time a really high-end look, and really Dodge nailed it on that. New headlights are massive, as you can see, and they are LED, and they look very nice at night and at day too. On the side of the hood here you have a badge that says 1500 Hemi 5.7. This badge is actually a kind of show-offy, and the main objective of that badge is when you see a woman, you go like this and you're like, so how was your day? The tires are massive on that one. The wheel are 20-inch. It's 275/55 R20, so it might be expensive to replace, but they look really, really good. Also have some fender flares here, and in the back too. The build to serve package come with fender flares, which at the same time will protect the paint around here, which is, I think, a very nice thing to have. On the side you can see that this one has the crew cab with the 5.5 foot long bed, and it has, as standard, some very dark window in the back, perfect to hide some activity. And the build to serve package come with these black mirror again to enhance the fact that it is a work truck first and then a luxury truck. And this one has as optional some footstep, perfect if the chick is little, so she can climb in easily. In the back you have that rear black bumper made out of metal, again to emphasize the fact that it is a work truck first, and you got black badging everywhere, and you have a big Bighorn badges just to, again, to cruise. So you can be like this. Hey, can I help you? I got a big horn. This particular ram has the class 3 tow hook, which is perfect if you want to pull your mastercraft boat if you still live at your parents' house, or your watercraft if you have a condo. Unlike a Ford, because Ford put all their money in their engine and transmission and the rest they forget about, this ram doesn't have a tailgate that falls. Take notice, Ford. This is a technology that appeared in 2007. Remember that? As you can see now, you have your 5.5 foot bed. This one is equipped with a really nice and sturdy bed liner. You have some tow hooks that you can move around, which is very practical and very nice. You can also have an option, some toolbox in the bed here, but sadly, you lose storage space in your bed when you have this. This bed is perfect to put a ton of pillow and go to the cine park with your date. And the owner of that truck also equipped it with a bar to spice up the moment. This ram also have some light in the bed. When you press on the bottom over here, it opens on each side and over there, which is very practical, especially when it's really dark and you want to get in the bed without walking on your date, you know. Let's say you want to invite your date in your box during the cine park, and it's not the type of girl that is very independent. You can just help her by pushing her in the bed. But let's say that this woman is independent and you really want her to feel all right. Over here you have a step. So all you have to do is tell her, hey, deploy the step and climb in, and then she's gonna climb in. Let's begin the interior by getting in the rear, because there's no trunk for this vehicle. The door is massive and it opens pretty wide. The seat is right now at its backup maximum position. The access is easy thanks to this footstep. Look how roomy it is. I got a ton of space and the seats are very comfortable. I got a ton of headroom. It is perfect, because let's say you're at the bar and you want to bring back your friend with a couple of girls and you don't have seating capacity for all of them. All they can do is sit on the floor. Don't do that. It's not safe.
Particular ram has these really nice carpet in the back, which is an option, but under it there's storage space on each side that you find in the floor. Perfect to put your strap to attach stuff in your in the back of your truck, or to hide all kind of stuff like toy and everything. And you also have some ruler here again for your wiener competition. Look how roomy it is. I'm 6 foot and it's gigantic. It's crazy. You can have a ton of adventure in the back of that truck. In the center console in the back, not much to say. You got some vents for your AC and you got USB port. You also have a house power outlet in the back, but otherwise there's not much here to talk about.
Get in the front seat of the Ram 1500. Again, the door opens pretty wide. You need to be careful here, because the seat give a lot of support, but they have a little hump here when you get in. So with time, I think it's gonna worn out sadly. So you need to be careful when you get in. Luckily, we got footstep. The access is easy. The sitting position is great. The steering feels really nice. Not much to say. A very nice place to sit.
The presentation, execution, and build quality of that pickup truck really set it apart in the segment. No other truck offer an interior this nice. You have these really nice seats in the build to serve package, which really holds you in place. Actually, I'm surprised by the amount of support they gave. I never had so much support in a pickup seat. Very, very nice. The door panel look really nice, and it has this little touch of tissue here that look very nice and feel very nice. You also have a door handle made out of metal, but sadly you have the same switch than a Dodge Caravan. A very nice feature unique to the Dodge Ram is the pedal adjustable, which really allows you to get the exact driving position you want. In the cluster, you have that screen that show you a lot of stuff, like your towing distance, info on the ride you're doing, your average fuel economy, off-road mode, which show you if your rear axle is locked, how many degree you turn your wheel, etc, etc, oil, all kind of stuff that can be very practical when you're working with the truck. When the vehicle is running, near the start and stop engine button, it says run. That's to remind you to not skip your leg day. Every Ram now has this prendle instead of a lever. You have over here your switch. You use it to go in reverse, drive, or neutral, whatever you choose. And you also have your all-wheel drive gestion here. All-wheel drive high, all-wheel drive low, all-wheel drive auto. And you have your downhill assist here and axle lock here. All these stuff are very practical for off-roading, especially when you're going camping with your date. In the center console, you have the new Uconnect system, which is really great. It's very easy to use, very instinctive. Anybody can use it. It's called Uconnect to remind the woman that you're dating that you need to connect together. The air conditioning is very easy to use. Again, you have everything here, very simple. We prefer to have 3-knob though to be allowed to adjust the temperature while the vehicle is not working, or you can go in the Uconnect system and adjust it the way you want. It's a very simple and easy to use system. Again, not much to say, very well placed. You also have your heated seat control and your heated steering wheel control next to it. The lower part of the center console has to do with everything that concerns towing. You have your tow haul here, you have your brake control here. If you want if you want your trailer to brake more or brake less, you play with these bottom. You can turn off your rear parking sensor and all that kind of jazz. Overall, the center console is very well made because everything you need when you're doing something is all next to each other, so you don't have to go far to find what you're searching for. This particular truck is equipped with the Alpine sound system, and it's perfect to put the favorite song of the girl you're dating, like California Girl, something like this. It's gonna blast it in a way that is very great. Very good sound system. In the center console, you got your USB port, USB 2 port, auxiliary plug. You have your cup holder, some storage space. If you want more storage space, here you go. It's massive, it's gigantic. And over here you have a hole where you can hide your pills to cure your STIs. And under the center armrest, which is covered with this beautiful leather, you have another storage space with a gun lock. When the ladies doesn't want to collaborate, just take your gun. Oh no, don't do that, don't do that. You have all kind of geometrical stuff here to measure or angle or everything, or for a wiener size comparison test. Over here you have a badge that said built to serve, and you have this little compartment, and it feels cheap. That's the cheapest part of the interior, sadly. This compartment feels cheap, but you got a nice storage space and with a light, which is very practical.
Under the hood of this Ram 1500, you're gonna find the 5.7 liter V8 produce 395 horsepower and 410 foot-pound of torque, perfect to excite any women with the power but also the sound. Take a listen. You can also have a 3-liter V6 turbo diesel, 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar, and you can also have the 5.7 Hemi with the technology heat torque, which is kind of a hybrid that helps the engine working out. and give you more power at low RPM. It is matched to a 8-speed ZF transmission, one of the best transmission ever made, and this particular one is all-wheel drive. Fuel economy, they say 12.3 highway, 15.1 city. The owner of that truck averaged 14.5 liter per 100 kilometers. Tow sometime, and sometime he's in the city, sometime he's on the highway. On the highway, he averaged 12.5, which is pretty good, especially for a vehicle that size. It has disc brake at every wheel, independent front suspension, solid axle in the back. One of the main characteristics of the Ram, compared to his competitor, is that it has leaf coil spring in the back. So as a result, when you load it, it's squat, and every Ram owner is like, oh, show me your Ram squat and everything. But at the end of the day, they all skip leg day, so anyway. You can also have a air suspension in the back to level up the truck, which is a very nice feature to have. In his less capable version, the Ram 1500 can tow 8,220 pounds, and with all the right stuff in the truck, you can tow up to 12,750 pounds, which is pretty healthy number in the 1500 class. But let's be honest, every guy that tow more than 9,000 pounds with a 1500 truck will tell you it's enough. More than that, it's dangerous. The mass of the trailer will affect the drivability to a point where it's dangerous. Yes, the vehicle can pull it and can probably brake with it, but the handling starts to be affected to a dangerous way. So let's be honest, this truck is very capable of towing 9,000 pounds.
Driving the Ram 1500. First off, the visibility is very good. I can see far ahead, I can see clearly my mirror, I see everything clearly. I would just say that the hood is a bit high though, so I don't really see what's in the front of the vehicle. Second thing, the sound deadening is very good in that truck. I don't know if it's the case for all trim level of the Ram, but this one has a very good sound deadening. You don't hear a lot. Right now there's an Harley Davidson that's gonna pass near me, and it's not that loud, and it's not that annoying. Normally an Harley Davidson is just annoying, but this one wasn't that bad. Really, the sound deadening is very great for a pickup, but it's at the same time I'm expecting it at the price point we are right now. Everyday driving, the drivetrain worked very well. You won't have any issue for acceleration or in the traffic. It's a very good engine, and it's matched to one of the best transmission ever offered on a vehicle, the 8-speed ZF, which is probably the best, actually. Probably the best automatic transmission ever made. The steering feel is good. It feels tight, not a lot of loose in the steering. Although, like every pickup, it's not that precise. But it has a really nice weight to it, and you don't feel the road at all. The ride quality of the Ram, actually the entire way the Ram drive makes you realize that pretty much all pickups offer right now on the market is outdated in terms of driving. The Ram is very agile, and it's really comfortable. And if you compare it to, let's say, a Ford, the Ford is not as agile as this. A Ford is terrible in terms of agility, and the Silverado just feels completely outdated compared to that. Seriously, I think the other brand have a long way to do in terms of driving feel. They feel just 10 years away from that one. Actually, a Ford F-150 and a Silverado drive like a Ram Classic, while this is really a notch over the Ram Classic. The Ram Classic really show its age right now, and it's hard to believe, but GM and Ford feel outdated too. Now let's have an acceleration. Hemi is responsive, the transmission responds very great. The power is there. We got the truck is very quick for acceleration. You won't have any issue. And right now I'm on a gravel road, and listen, in the end it still drives like a pickup truck. I mean, it's not exciting to drive. It's just a workhorse first. And as is, the new Ram 1500 is the best of its class for the driving. Forget it. Overall, if you get a Ram for the driving portion, you won't be unsatisfied. It settled itself apart from the others by quite a margin. And it's quite surprising how far this pickup is ahead from the others in terms of driving experience.
Hey, you almost made it to the end of that video. Have you ever thought about liking and subscribing? So the Ram 1500 is the ultimate truck to hang out with women. Every woman like it. It looks nice, it looks beefy, and it's very comfortable. And frankly, compared to every other 1500 truck right now, that's the one that is the most modern to drive. It's a big step ahead in the driving. Now, if you go at your Ram dealer and you're hesitating between this and the Ram Classic, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Ram Classic feels completely outdated, and compared to that, I won't even ask myself the question. Yes, the Ram 1500 Classic is 25% cheaper, but it's 50% less of a truck than this one. So overall, this truck is expensive at $66,000, but it drives like a luxury car. And because of all of that, this truck is Canadian approved. So the Ram 1500 fifth generation looks very nice and muscular like every Ram, but